Hello everybody and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, where we are on the PC version today because people really seem to enjoy the what do you get with the Premium Deluxe version of the Sim stream we did a couple days ago. So today we're doing the Deluxe Edition. So like that last stream, I'm going to showcase the airports that you get with the Deluxe Edition, and then after that we'll dive into the aircraft you get with the Deluxe Edition. So let me get that list up really quick. And hopefully everybody's having a fantastic Friday. It's almost the weekend, so it should hopefully be a good day for you. Alright. Almost have it. There we go. Alright, so we're starting off with Madrid. Lima Echo Mike Delta Airport. This is one of 5 extra handcrafted airports you get with the Deluxe Edition, so let's go ahead. And, oh, okay. Wow, it's a pretty expansive area for the airport here. But let's go ahead and we'll just spawn in over here, and then we'll showcase camera it up and look around. Hello Max, hello, and Achtung, welcome as well, and Pilot Citizen. Very nice. Welcome everybody. I'm doing a 2024 PlayStation beta right now on the A321LR from Sharm el Sheikh to Istanbul. Very nice, Pilot. Hopefully it's a fantastic flight for you. Have you tried the B7 or the 737 MAX at night? Cabin lights annoyingly illuminate the cockpit. I have not. We can always test that out once we're done with the initial stuff here. Right now we're focused on the Deluxe Edition. This isn't a typical stream as of right now where we're doing requests. So just putting that out there right now. We're not just randomly picking airports. So there we go. Hello Monorific. Hello. And when we did the Premium Deluxe one, we were on the Xbox version, and that's why we're not on the Xbox version this time, because, my goodness, that was horrendous. So that's why we're doing this one on the PC. But again, this is the Madrid Airport in Spain. Looks alright, I mean, nothing too crazy. The concourse is kind of blah. I like the older part of the terminal more than the more quote-unquote modern look, because that's boring over there. This looks a lot nicer. I like the control tower, which, in typical fashion, Gaia Simulations doesn't let you go into. That parking garage is kind of... This whole area over here is really some basic work here. Very basic, actually. They didn't put much effort into that. And now we're back to more blah modern parts of the terminal. Little fire station over here with, oh my, that's some blocky business going on there. Man, Gaia Simulations, if you worked on this, probably my least favorite of your work, really. Not very impressive. This hangar over here is quite nice. See, I mean, there's good parts of the airport, but there's a lot of pretty sad parts of it as well. There's a tree glitching through the wall there. It's actually a very big airport. Because we started all the way over there, I think. Oh no, we started over there. See, now this looks pretty cool. Still no details inside the terminal, though. Weird LOD on the building as well. And nice JJ. I mean, the Deluxe Edition's a great one to go for, especially with the aircraft you get. But no, it's actually a pretty hefty airport, because there's a whole nother terminal over here in the middle of the entire airport. And then another huge hangar over there. Goodness. I don't think I've ever seen such a spaced out airport. Nice control tower area here. See, look at that. They take the time to put stuff in the tower. Just unbelievable. Well, at least there's definitely some nicer parts of this airport that guy actually did some good work on. Why they can't have that level of... What is this? Well, I was going to give credit to Gaia, and then I see this nonsense. How is it so smooth on How is it not smooth on PS5 anyways? It's really smooth. What? And now we're back to some poorly made buildings in the background here. This whole hangar setup is. Yeah, I don't really like this one. As usual, you'll probably find a better one from a third-party developer, because Gaia just really went hit or miss on this one. I mean, they have nice hangars like this, and then right next to it, they have this ugly nonsense here. Weird. But anyways, that's airport number 1. Hello, Blue Thunder and Kyle. Hello, hello. Well, I don't know. For me, it's always really smooth frame rates on PlayStation, so don't know what to tell ya. Anyways, next up is Eham in Amsterdam. Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. Let's see what this one's like. How's this play on console? We have a whole set of streams over the PlayStation if you're wanting to see it. But runs fantastic on the PS5 Pro. Don't know what I was... don't know why the camera was over there, but okay. I just don't think Gaia's the best choice to do airports anyways. I'm hoping in the future we see some other developers that have made some fantastic airport add-ons kind of get the nod to work on the default ones. Because I just don't think Gaia's the best option out there anyways in general. It's quite lackluster work for the most part. What is that? We'll have to investigate when we're done with the airport. I'm assuming some old military hangar there. Bring down the exposure a little bit. Seems overly bright here for some reason. It's not loading in the textures for some reason. Still not loading in the textures. Come on. Load it on in. No? Fantastic. Anyways, moving along. We have a parking garage that actually looks like a parking garage. Unlike the one in Madrid. It's a goofy building. Oh, that's why. Now it looks better. It just wasn't loading in the textures right. Alright. Can we load... Like, why is this not loading things in? Like, let's go here. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's still so nice seeing the AI actually doing stuff now. So very nice. Gotta say, Amsterdam, you got a pretty boring airport. Let me see what it looks like on maps. Does it look like this in real life, or is it just not replicated nicely? Because so far, pretty boring. Amsterdam Airport. Yeah, I can already tell from the satellite imagery it looks cooler than it does with this handcrafted one. Because I'm looking at the Apple Maps photogrammetry of it. I mean, overall, it's still kind of... I don't know. Definitely not the world's most exciting airport. One that I probably wouldn't pay extra to have another airport on top of it. Because, yeah. It's alright, I suppose. Let's go over here. This little pyramid thing is more exciting than the Amsterdam airport. So we're going to go ahead and just do that really quick. Hey Norfolk, hello, hello. Good day on pre-release. I bought the Aviator Edition with the collector's... Oh, very nice, Black Sheep. Very nice. Well, yeah, if you want to join the beta, you need to have a Microsoft account. You will not need a Microsoft account in order to play on... I don't know what this is. What is this? Because I'm assuming this is not what it is in real life. Let me see. Crap, where is it? So it's just to the south. I don't even know what direction I'm looking at, but there's a highway that goes out of the airport. Oh, there it is. It's Schenkeveld Chapelle. Yes. It's a garden center. Oh, okay. So it's just greenhouses and stuff. So yeah, it's probably not supposed to be a pyramid like this. It's probably just more of just this type of greenhouse, but the sim just put that in there. That's funny. Well, anyways, there's Amsterdam. That wasn't very, I don't know. Not my favorite handcrafted one, for sure. Next up is Cairo, Egypt. Alright, Egypt, let's see what you got. Where did I get the name Cowtown? Well, originally I was named Fairlife Milk, which is a real brand. And that brand contacted me. They sent me some free products and everything like that, which was really cool. But I wanted to change it because I didn't want to have any copyright issues down the road if the channel grew or whatever. So I just kept the cow theme going on and just went to Cowtown from there. Hello, Graham. Hello, hello. And yes, this is the PC version. Indeed it is. Not a fan of the tower. Not because of how Gaia made it, it's just, I don't... These types of designs are quite boring to me. Come on, Cairo. We're not off to a good start. Let's see, we got some little extra details going on the facade of the terminal, the concourse. Oh, even more, it's just loaded in now. Gaia really loves just... Oh no, they actually have the base on there. Okay, I thought it was just sticking through the roof, because we've seen that a few times. Oh, here's one. Never mind. All the lights are sticking through that are the bigger ones. Didn't get rid of the satellite imagery here. They just kind of left it there. Gaia, this is the other thing I don't like from you either. You put invisible walls on everything. It's just so annoying. Like, come on. See, this one doesn't have the... Oh, no. There's a... There's a wall somewhere in the middle there. Oh my goodness gracious. You and your invisible walls. Neat little drop-off area there. At least we got some other colors going on. Because Amsterdam was just all boring, just white with some trim colors in some spots. Pretty neat. Looks like you didn't do anything on this side of the airport. That's just random buildings the sim placed in there and even in the airport. Which I'm going to assume there's probably not an apartment complex right next to the flight line. See, these are the types of situations, too, where it's just like, why is this even here? Especially at handcrafted airports. Because you have some of those moments, too, with the third-party add-ons you buy, where there's buildings that shouldn't be there, yet the developer didn't get rid of it. So you'll kind of run into that from time to time on some third-party add-ons as well. It's like you're taking the time to make the airport, so you can't delete the buildings that aren't supposed to be there. So this was their old tower, huh? This looks much cooler than their new one. That's just... It looks like a candle. That's boring. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a terrible color for it, but at least it's a bit of a different design. Alright, a bunch of random generated buildings. This one is not. Little VIP area, I guess? I don't know. Some random terminal. I would imagine for probably like private jets or something. Oh, there's another... How many towers do they have in this place? They've definitely run through their tower. You see all three of them right here. Look at that. Little custom Cairo airport signage on there. That looks nice. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming you just hop out here, get on a bus, and then drive out to it. Interesting. I love the selection of aircraft that have spawned in here. Getting some McDonnell Douglas going on. Everything else is just randomly generated buildings again, which is disappointing. I believe that is randomly generated as well. So for this one, they really focus mainly on the terminal area, not much of the surrounding parts of the airport or the support buildings. I mean, we have a couple hangars we haven't checked out over here, but it looks like everything on this side is randomly generated. We have a couple handcrafted buildings possibly here. Yes, because it looks like DHL. Which I feel like Gaia's using the same building, because I feel like we saw this in the first airport in Madrid. So unless DHL just uses the same building everywhere they are, but I doubt it. Egypt Air, maintenance and engineering. At least they got the logo on there, and it still looks better than some of those other hangars we were seeing before. But yeah, there we go. That is the third airport, part of the Deluxe Edition. Hello, Sir DLW. Hello, hello. And Trucker John has a lot of solar panels and want it gone because of the pilots. I mean, that's definitely a concern, just having all that sun going on. All right, next up is Foxtrot Alpha Charlie Tango, which is Cape Town in South Africa, is a handcrafted airport. Which I know a lot of people will like, because there's been a lot of requests for South Africa. Right, Ghost? I mean, it's just, there's airports that do just some terrible design choices. Like, you're in a cool area, why don't you go off that theme? But no, let's put a random ugly tower up instead. It's unbelievable. What button do I use to taxi as I don't want to go fast and crash? That's just you managing your throttle. We'll kind of dive into it a little bit later, but yeah, you're just wanting to stay below around 20 knots or so is kind of where you want to be for a good taxi speed. Hello, dentist. Hello, hello. In the add-on for Hella Norway, there's a 300-foot high red car. Great add-on otherwise. Nice. Alright, South Africa, I'm going to be honest. First impressions, not impressed with the terminal. Looking kind of basic. I like the semi-trucks here, though. Let's check out the front. Maybe that looks a bit cooler. You know. Wanted to get a little angle in there. I appreciate it, but and other than that, it's not too exciting there. No, they actually did the parking lot here. Hey, no invisible walls? That's shocking. See, random places like that where you'd never fly through have no walls, but then cool places that you want to kind of get up close with, Gaia's like, no, we need walls. Something tells me that there's something missing here, because you can't tell me that this is all supported by the parking garage. I fail to believe that. That seems like a safety hazard. I would not be parking or walking under that. That is just something waiting to happen there. What is this? Oh. Never mind. I was like, that looks really cool. And then it just fades to white. It's like, never mind. They got a golf ball on their tower. 2 towers. 3 towers? Is there a 4th one? No, so this must be their main one here. Which this has no design for the interior. Everything over here is looking pretty generic. I mean, it is handcrafted, but not too thrilling. Look at that! Another SkyCourier! What are you doing here? Oh my goodness. By the way, that is part of the Deluxe Edition. I don't know why I flew it in the Premium Deluxe Edition. I guess I couldn't wait. But yeah, you do get this plane in the Deluxe Edition, which of course we're going to be getting to. We have one more airport to check out. And that's just a randomly generated building by the sim. We still have the 2 windsocks going on for some reason. I got some hangars there, but those are just random ones. Nothing exciting there. So yeah, it's alright. I give it a 5 out of 10. Nothing too crazy. The scenery in Cape Town looks much better than the airport. Even though it's not loading in properly for some reason. But that's okay. It still looks nice. Well, there we go. There's Cape Town. And last but not least, we have O'Hare International Airport in Chicago. Which is right here. And this will be our final airport that's included in the Deluxe Edition of the sim. We'll park over here. Hello, Eric. Hello, hello. Is L-E-E, or L-E, Lima Echo Bravo Bravo. That is part of... Yeah, that'll be part of standard if it's part of this. Here, let me search it up. Lima Echo Bravo Bravo. Yep, that is part of the standard edition of the sim. And dentists know this is the PS5. If there's nothing regarding PS5 in the title or thumbnail, it is not the PS5. Well, this is already ugly. What is this supposed to look like? A spaceship? I hate modern design. Modern design sucks. We need to quit doing that because this is ugly. Come on, Chicago. Another tower, but again, Gaia simulations, and they don't like you to have fun, so you can't go inside the towers. Ugly. Chicago, you're not impressing me. This looks alright, little, like the glass, little dome-looking thing going on. It's the best looking thing so far, which isn't saying much, because everything else, just the design here is as basic as can be, but I'm sure they're like, we went for the modern look. And the modern look absolutely sucks. You know? It just does. Yep, concourses are as boring as you can imagine. I've never liked the Chicago airport anyways. I've been there a couple times. Never impressed. Is that really what the Hilton logo looks like? Because I highly doubt it. Hold on. I'm going to go to Apple Maps and check out their photogrammic imagery and see. Let me see this. Because I've never seen a Hilton logo look like that. Unless they're using a really old one, maybe. But, again, I highly doubt that as well. Wow, they are using that. What kind of logo? Is that like a throwback one or what? That's ugly. Hilton, what are you doing? Unbelievable. So these companies should do like some more unique things for unique areas that they're in. You know, I don't know. Make it airport themed or plane themed. But no, we go with that. United Airlines 677 taking off and heading on out. There's not a single thing that impresses me about Chicago's airport. Their concourses are boring. Their terminal is equally as boring, and their modern monstrosity over there is horrendous. Hang on. Let me go ahead and get that drone speed on up here. Got an American Airlines hangar set up over here. At least the hangars are done properly. Now, what is this? Oh my god. Is this actually their tower? What kind of goofy design is this? There's no way that's their tower. It must be smaller than it is in real life. Come on now. What can you fit? Like 3 people in this? I mean, what is the... No. That is ugly. That's uglier than the Cairo one. Oh my god, it really is that shape. Why? Anyways, there's United's hangar. Which... Oh, yeah, okay. It's not 100% right, but it's pretty close to it. I think the building's a little smaller than it should be as well. Looks like some generic stuff over here. Looks like SkyWest is still broken in Chicago here. Oh, what? Wait, why is this all happening again? What's going on here? What is this nonsense now? Anyways. I was kind of hoping we were done with that. You guys taking off, or you guys just hanging out too? Well, that's disappointing to see. Oh, there's another tower. It's funny how airports just change out of their towers so much. I mean, I'm sure there's different ones, especially for these busier ones. There probably are multiple of them, since they handle so much traffic, but... Well, at least the AI is not getting stopped, but it's still not loading them in and flying them around for whatever reason. But anyways, there's the airports. It's kind of the reason why I don't really focus too much on the airports for the different editions, because some of them are just kind of like, yeah, you know, they're there. It's whatever. You're going to get better airports from the third-party developer ones anyways. But anyways, let us dive into the planes that you get. which is the most exciting part. And hello, Heisenberg. Can I play the beta on the PS5 Slim? You can if you get a chance to get into it, but right now I don't think there's any more codes being handed out. And I have FMJ. That's spawning one of your AI-generated planes in the PS5 version, or is that third-party? I don't have anything third-party for passive aircraft. That's all vanilla stuff. 'Cause there's a long selection of planes that are part of the passive one, so you'll have a great selection. Anything that you're seeing on any of the editions, you'll have on the PlayStation side as well. How's the multiplayer? It's fantastic. Anytime you're in free flight, you're in multiplayer. Hello, Omar. Welcome, welcome. Towers made by IKEA, no doubt. PS5 doesn't have the other editions. This is on the PC. Alright, let me get my list open here. Notes, and then we'll just go down the list of the aircraft you get with the deluxe edition of The Sim. Which, to start things off, I mean, we've already done it, but I'll save that for last. We've done that already. We're going to start off with the Beachcraft Baron G58. And we'll also go through the liveries so you can see that. And of course, you can use this in career mode. So you have the default, you have Kenmore, and if you want it looking like a hot rod, you can. We're not going to be picking that though, I can guarantee it. We're gonna go with the default Beachcraft in Manchester since somebody was wanting to see that. And now we're at the point where if people want to see a specific airport, we can go there. It is not handcrafted, but we'll still spawn there regardless. And I'm going to just spawn nearby because I'm not going to taxi forever. And then we'll also dive into the 737. Oh, here, hang on. Before we do anything else, let me check that out really fast. Because somebody was saying that the lighting, or the beacons and strobes outside, bleed through the cockpit. Which wouldn't be surprising. I mean, we've seen that happen a few times in certain aircraft. But let's just do a quick peek at that. And then we'll go back to the deluxe stuff. When I spawn in on approach to an airport in the 737, I couldn't figure out how to increase the power. Engine throttle was at max, but there must be something else I have to do. Learning. If you're on the PlayStation controller, you need to hit circle to decrease your speed. I would spend real money for an Art Deco version of... Ooh, that would be nice. Yes. Hello, Monty. Hello, hello. At least it's not a tower pole. Absolutely. You pre-ordered the deluxe, so this stream is spawn on. Thanks, man. Very nice, Steel Bean. Very nice. But alright, here, let's do this real quick. Put this to nighttime. Let me move away from these stupid vehicles here. This is what you mean, right? Yep. Yeah, we've had a few planes that do this. It's very annoying, especially when all the glare shield and all that stuff is off. Let me see if I can find the buttons for it here. I'm always good at finding the airliner's lighting systems. Is it to the left of the pilot? Is it down here? Ah, yes. Well, this is all 0. Where's the cabin lights? Ah, there we go. But here you can... There we go. Yeah, I hate that. Especially when you're doing those night flights. There's been a couple other ones that have done that where you're definitely not seeing beacon lights in this part of the aircraft. So, yep. Very annoying indeed. But there we go. Just wanted to replicate that really quick. But I completely understand where you're coming from, because I forgot what plane was like it, but it was, I think it was one of, TBM 930, maybe? One of those. It just is annoying at night seeing that. Alright, Beachcraft Baron 58. B58, right? What is it again? G58? Yeah, G58. But alright, now we're going into the planes that come with the Deluxe Edition here. No, because the AI planes don't have any interiors. Which I'll showcase here. At least I'm pretty sure they don't. Nope. That is what it looks like inside of an AI plane. Because obviously it's not going to be very detailed, because then if it was, it would be taking massive performance hits. So, anyways, this is the Beachcraft Baron G58, part of the Deluxe Edition. It's a great plane, supports career mode, really nice to fly as well. So we'll do a little quick touch and go here in Manchester. Get all the things off the aircraft. Think we're good. And then, of course, here's the interior of it. And your seating area. Trying to get over here. You can open up the doors if you want. Enjoy the view of the aircraft landing. Hey, you even see the reverse thrust come out. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and close these here. Hello, Ben. Hello, hello. And yes, I believe the Beachcraft Baron is part of cargo transport for light cargo, I believe. I'll have to double check it after we're done with this flight. But alright, let's go ahead and start it on up. Get our lights situated as well. Excellent. We'll wait till our AHRS align is aligned. Let's get the heat on as well, which is going to be right here. Oh, there's good. There goes Ryanair. I believe would be RYR. It's so nice that our synthetic vision is also fixed, because that was getting quite annoying. Flying the correct waypoints on landing and getting the glide slope. We can talk about that. As a matter of fact, here, let's figure out what runway we're at. Because there's a great way to kind of figure that out with the charts. So we'll kind of look at that here. Just want to figure out what runway I'm at. 23 right. Perfect. So what we'll do as we taxi over there is let's get ourselves a little bit of an approach chart. So we'll go to the flight planner. We will click on the airport. More info, charts, approach, and then 23 right. And we'll just pick that one. No, hang on. Do arrival. Cut this airliner off because we are in a Beachcraft Baron and we can do whatever we want, right? Jet 2 holidays? Oh, he doesn't care. He's going. We need to go ahead and taxi up a little bit faster here. He's not happy about it. He's not. Get away from me, Jet 2 holidays. Alright, let's do... None of this is what I'm looking for here. Because this is all just straight in approaches, which I guess is what they pretty much do anyways. You're not going to have much going on. So we'll just pick a random one and then have that set up for us. Yeah, that's right. You better backed up Jet 2. Wait for Ryanair to land here. Because that's just to get over into the area, the airspace. Here we go. We'll just go with this one. This will be a great one. Oh, he's just... He doesn't care. He's going. So that way we can kind of visually see where we're at. On the approach, we'll probably not go that far out. But then, if we look at the chart down here in the bottom, you can see it's showing what our flight level should be as we're reaching these waypoints. So, see here at India Foxtrot, we want to be at 3,500. And then once we get to Foxtrot, we will start our descent into runway 23 left. Let's check out this Ryanair landing here. Oh, see, he's landing pretty good. That's nice to see. He's still a bit shorter than he should, but it's still better. And then those 4 lights right there, since you were talking about glide slope, let us, because I think in showcase camera I can manipulate it, which will be perfect. Welcome to Pappy Light 101. So a lot of airports support these. You can see they change color depending on where you are. So let me zoom in on it. So all 4 white mean you're too high. If we go too low, you'll be all 4 red. When you're right in the perfect glide slope, you will have 2 white and 2 red. That is what you're wanting to see as you make your way all the way down your approach and on final. So if we go back a little bit here, we'll showcase this again when we're up in the air in the Baron as well. But so right here, we're at the perfect glide slope. We have the 2 white, 2 red. Again, if we were too low, it would be all red. And if we were too high, it'd be 4 white lights. So you'll be seeing that all the way from a great distance. And then that's how you can kind of get your glide slope where you need to be. So you can see right there, we're at the perfect glide slope from where we reached Foxtrot on the chart to start our descent. So as you're going into the airport, you'll want to kind of keep it with that 2 white, 2 red all the way in. Obviously, it's going to be a lot easier for me to do when I'm not in a showcase camera. And you'll just want that pattern right there for the whole time you're going on approach. But we'll do that in the plane here. Oh. Well, apparently not everybody's getting the memo about landing on the runway correctly here. But alright, let's get going, and then I'll showcase that, and then we'll kind of focus on the chart as well. Forgot about the EFB head charts? Yep, pretty much every airport in the world has them. Obviously smaller ones probably won't be having it, but a lot of the major ones are going to. Hang on, I got a weird little thing going on with this. It keeps wanting to. Come on, rudder, reset here. There we go. We're good. It was a little bit glitched out there. But sorry, now we'll get there. Oh, not sorry. I mean, it's still good information that's going on out here, so it's fine. I don't know why I'm saying sorry out here. We're getting there. We're flying. We'll keep it at this nice time frame we got going on here. I mean, pretty much anything Beachcraft is going to be awesome to fly in the sim. I love Beachcraft. Alright, so we are at 400 feet. Let's go ahead and just get 1,000 feet here. We don't have to go too high. We'll do 1,200, just because. So autopilot, heading, excellent. As a matter of fact, we'll already start our turn here. Let's go to the left a bit. And enjoy the English countryside around. We're in Manchester, right? Yes. So the thing I like about the charts too is you can see us on the chart, which is really cool. So instead of it just being there and then you're kind of guessing where you are, it's a great way to kind of learn charts because you can see where you are on the map, which is great. So we're going to get over to these areas here, and we'll follow it here. We'll climb up to a higher altitude just because that way we have something to decrease to as we're going through the chart here. So let's get back into vertical speed here. We'll go about 500 feet per minute. Bring that prop RPM down to about 85%. That way we're not overstressing the engines here. Which, by the way, in the Beachcraft Baron, you can check out your RPM and everything, oil temperatures right here. So now we're in the green, of course, with our RPM. Because if you leave everything at 100% full power, you're going to be in the red and can obviously damage the engine by doing that. If you have damage on, of course. If you don't, you don't have to worry about it. Your fuel quantities here. Obviously you have 2 tanks, which you can switch right here. Right now they're both selected to, I believe, they're both just on, so it's just cross-feeding. Of course, you want to have it that way, because if you just have one on, your plane's going to start leaning to the left or right, depending on which fuel tank is being used. So obviously if one side's full and the other one's getting drained, you're going to start banking to the right or left. So like if we turn this one off, which, okay, the other thing too is obviously in a plane like this, you're going to be losing power since it's a twin. But like in the Cessna 172, you get 2 tanks for 1 engine. You can have it set to both. Some planes don't have a both selector. So what's going to end up happening is you'll kind of want to switch between the 2 fuel tanks over time just to keep it balanced. So like if we kept flying like this, by the way, we need to turn to the left here a little bit. That way we can meet up with, oh snap. Oh, hang on. Let's go ahead and... Why are we getting the stall warning? That doesn't make any sense. We're at 100 knots. You okay? Give you a little bit more power here. I'll also decrease our climb. Anyways, Why are you complaining? We're fine. Leave us alone. What is our mixture set to? And then back a little bit. Increase that power. I don't think we're high enough for that anyways. I'm not even climbing that. What are you doing, plane? We're going 100 feet per... Like, I'm not even... Oh, remember how I did this? Remember that? That's why. Our left engine wasn't doing anything. I was so focused on the chart again. Oops. But anyways, that's why it's important to make sure you have the fuel tanks on for everything. Like, I thought I switched it back to, I'm like, what's happening here? Why is everything falling apart? That's why. Anyways, crap, what was I saying now before that happened? I was talking about the chart of oh snap. I forgot what I was talking about. I think I was talking about, like, if you're in a Cessna, so some planes don't have a both selector, so you'll have to kind of go between the tanks, and you'll just want to switch it between each other every so often. Because in that way you can keep the wings balanced with the amount of fuel, so you're not having to deal with the plane swaying from side to side, depending on where the fuel's less at, you know, stuff like that. But obviously in a twin, you're going to have both of them on, since you have two engines. But just keep in mind you'll have some of those things to deal with in single prop engines as well. But sorry, Baron, I didn't mean to... I thought I switched back to it, and I didn't look. So anyways, back to the chart. We are now climbing successfully to... 4,500 feet. Because we're just doing that so that way we can kind of match what the chart's doing. We kind of showcase that. And then once we get on to final, we'll deal with the pappy lights. So you're just talking about, so if it's not just 4 lights next to each other, sometimes it's 2 lights and then 2 lights, so 2 lights behind, 2 lights in front. It's the same process. You want 2 white, 2 red. It doesn't matter the orientation of the pappy lights. It's going to be the same concept. I'll try to find an airport with it. We've flown to some of them, but yeah, it's the same concept. 2 white, 2 red. You're on the glide slope. No, new beta builds does not mean new codes have been sent out. That is not what it means. For the PlayStation side, I'd be surprised if more codes get sent. And while we make our way to Oh Snap, we can just kind of enjoy the view of the outside of the Beachcraft Baron G58. Which again is part of the Deluxe Edition, so if you pre-order it, you'll be able to fly this in the sim when it releases. Do you know how to get your passengers to stop ordering too much? Well, I just don't feed them anything anymore. It was becoming too it was just some cost-cutting measures. The half peanuts were becoming too much of a strain on our finances for Cowtown Air, so they don't get anything anymore. Alright, let me make sure everything's good here. And Nando, I mean, with the controller, you just... Because, by the way, I am flying with the controller, even though we're on PC. I'm just so used to it now. Anyways, it's just... Don't put too much movement into it. We kind of talked about that yesterday. Here, I'll turn off autopilot. You're just needing some nice... I don't know how to... Hang on, there we go. You just need some gradual movement. Like, this is just me barely moving the left stick. Just getting that nice left bank in there. Because if you just go all the way left, you're gonna be doing too much. You don't wanna go all out with the stick movement. You just do some gradual ones, like a right turn. You just bank a little bit to the right. You don't have to do anything else. Like, I'm not pushing anything. It's just gonna keep our turn going, and then when we're done with the turn, we can level on out with a nice gradual movement. So I mean, that's the biggest thing. Just kind of get used to doing the gradual stuff. Just don't go all like, oh, I'm gonna make a right turn, push the left stick all the way to the right, and then it's like, oh, you know, it's just because then you're gonna have issues for sure. Come on. There we go. Heading mode should still be on. It is. Perfect. We're almost to 4,000 feet, which... Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, snap. We passed it already. See? You got the joke right there? You know, it says, oh, snap. Oh, anyways, let's get that left turn going. Unbelievable. So now that we need to get to 3,500 feet, let's go ahead and get to that. We're going to bring this down to 3,500. Get our vertical speed to have a decrease of about 500 feet per minute. And since we're descending, we're going to bring the power back, because obviously as the plane is descending, you're gaining airspeed. So you're wanting to kind of manage your airspeed depending on what you're doing, because you don't want to overstress the aircraft by overspeeding. So we're going to bring that power back a little bit. We're also going to go ahead and bring the RPM down a little bit more as well. We really don't need that much power. Let's get it to about 75%. Excellent. Just want to reset it because I didn't want it at 75.1 here. Excellent. Alright, so we are now descending to the 3,500 snap waypoint here. And we're going to make our way to India Foxtrot, which we're still staying at 3,500 because we're not going to start our descent. Max speed is 185 knots, which we are well under. Obviously, this is more for jets, airliners, and stuff like that, but it's still handy to use and learn with general aviation, and then as you work your way up through those other aircraft, it's still going to be pretty handy because you'll be a little bit more familiar with the charts. And also, you have all of your radio frequencies on the chart as well for the airport that you're looking at. By the way, I can increase the size here so you can actually see it. So you have ATIS, which is your weather, tower, and then ground. But yeah, so we're just doing this. And again, you have another... Bring that power back up since we reached our 3,500. You have another way of seeing the altitude you need to be at as you are on approach and final, which I believe is probably why it is F here, final. Little fun fact. I'm not fully versed in charts. I'm still kind of getting used to it. They're fun to use in the sim. Especially, I mean, my favorite part is the fact that you're actually on the chart. It just makes it so much more easy to kind of learn it and get used to it. But anyways, this is another way to see your altitude you need to be at. You got the 3,500, and then you can start your descent into the airport that we picked, which is 2-3 left, into Manchester. And then from there, we'll talk about the PAPI lights and all that good stuff. So perfect. Let's go ahead and bank to the right just a little bit more, and then we'll meet up with our final route there. And by the way, speaking of sensitivity, everything that I fly with controller, no matter if it's on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, it's all default sensitivity, so I haven't changed anything personally with what the sim comes default. So, hello Savvy, welcome to the stream. And Joe, no, this is on the PC, because I don't have access to the Deluxe Edition or Premium Deluxe stuff on the PlayStation Beta. Alright, so now we can go ahead and bank to the left. I'm going to shrink our chart here a little bit. Move this to the right. And then, of course, right as we're here, we should be perfectly lined up with the runway, or pretty close to it. And there it is. You can see our runway right there. We're on the left one, though, so I need... Oh, wait, that is the one we have set up. Perfect. Never mind, we're good. So we're going to go ahead and... We're going to kick out of autopilot once we reach this, which, again, if you were in a jet, your max speed would be 185 knots. You can see that right there. And now we are just about to get to this point here, where we can start our descent into Manchester Airport for runway 23 left, which is excellent. This is, of course, especially when you're using IFR, it's another great way, especially if you're flying a plane that doesn't have a synthetic vision setup instrument panel. It's a great way to get lined up with the runway, kind of see where you're at, and all that kind of stuff. So, cool. There we go. We're done with the chart. Let's go ahead and disengage autopilot. And go in for our landing. No, the stall warning isn't broken. It's based off your angle of attack. So, the plane sees how much the nose is pitched up. So no matter what you're doing speed-wise, especially when you're down in the 100-knot range, you're going to have that stall warning happen because it's like this plane isn't supposed to be at this angle at this speed, so that's why it's going off. So right now, you can see already, we only have all white lights going on at the airport. We just got our first one, which is great. So if we pay attention to it, as we continue to descend, we should be getting our second red light any moment. I believe, yep, now we have it. So now we have the 2 white, 2 red that we were talking about before. So again, we're paying attention to this runway here. Ignore this one. So now we've reached the perfect area for our glide slope. So now we just need to keep it at this descent. So sometimes we might get a 3rd red, we might get 1 red. We just need to, you know, compensate for whatever's going on at the runway. So now that we had that going, we got that. Let's bring some flaps in here. No, the PS5 beta is still going on. Again, I'm on the PC version because I wouldn't be able to show these planes otherwise. So see, now we've dipped too low. We have 3 red and 1 white, so let's go ahead and increase a little bit of that power. I also need to trim this out a little bit. Oh, too much trim. Let's get that second white light going. Because we're still descending a little bit, but now I'm pulling back on the stick just to kind of decrease our descent. That way we can match up with the glide slope again. And Andy, it was just signing up for the beta a few weeks ago. I'm really surprised we haven't gotten that second red light here. Or second white light. Hang on, I'm trying to adjust. Oh, there we go. There's our second white again. Perfect. Also gonna get the gears down. Still trying to trim this out a little bit. And Bass, I do not change anything. Everything controller for me is just default settings. I do not change any of that. No sensitivity changes, no button mapping changes or anything like that.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
We're landing plane. I don't even know why it's saying that. It knows our flaps are down and our gears are down, so I don't know why it's complaining. I really don't want to hear you the rest of this approach here. Thank you. Glad you figured out your life, plane. Hello, Binky. Hello, hello. Well, again, the difference is you're getting more planes. Which, you're getting a lot more planes for a much more discounted price than buying them individually. I'm surprised it's saying we're too low. I feel like we're too high. I mean, goodness. It wants us to land way down the road, I guess. Gonna go ahead and bring that power back.
Stall, 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 stall.
Bring that nose gear down gently. Try to keep it in the center line there. We were a little off on the center line there, but I'm still happy with the landing. I'm happy with the landing. And there we go. We just used a chart to follow an approach pattern. And then final, and then use the Pappy light to bring us in. I still feel like it was wanting us way higher for some reason. I'm not sure why. But either way, I'm happy with that. Get the arrows out of here. I want those flashing on the screen. And that is the Beachcraft Baron G58. Great plane. Really love it. I mean, I love most of the planes in the Deluxe Edition anyways. But very nice. Alright, so next up, these I'm not going to really fly too much, just for the fact that we've already flown them. Let me just pick a random place. Anything handcrafted down here? I don't even know what any of this is down here. We'll just spawn in here. So with the Deluxe Edition, you get the 172 and 152 with... Is it the steam gauge variation you get with it, or is it the... Let me make sure, I don't want to say the wrong thing here, because I forget which one you get. I'm pretty sure it's the G1000 variation of the 152 and 172. But let me just double check so I can give you the correct answer to that. Oh, no, it's the steam gauge variation of it, is it? Nice. It actually doesn't go into specifications, does it? Because the other one's saying it's just the one name, too. Or is it the Aerobat that's different? And Bloxy, thank you for the 400 NGN. Hello to you. Thank you so very much. And Fried Chicken, welcome to the stream as well. Perfect. So here, hang on, I still need to look, because sometimes this plane list is not helpful at all. So the Cessna 172 Skyhawk G1000's part of the standard. The Cessna 152 Basic is standard, so I'm assuming the Aerobat, so this one is the deluxe version. And the 172 Skyhawk is the other one here. Oh, come on. 172. Which the difference between it is... See, it doesn't specify on this list either. I don't know why they didn't specify it. Either way, you either get just the steam gauge version. I think the Deluxe gives you the G1000 version of the 172. It could be the opposite, where the steam gauge is the default, or the one that you get with... Anyways, you get the point. There we go. I don't know why they didn't specify that, but... Anyways. But here, yeah, before we do anything else, I'll just show the marketplace again, in case you haven't seen it just yet. Where you can get aircraft, helicopters, airports, world scenery things, activities. I don't understand this whole point of this page. This is just weird to me. I've never spent a single dollar in this side of it. It's just random, like, mission sets. I don't know. I wouldn't spend any money on this, because why spend $6 for this when you can just go into free flight and do it yourself? So it's just... This whole section's useless to me. Anyways... If we go to aircraft, you can of course see... I saw there was somebody making a Dash 8, I think it was. I don't know where it went now, but... Oh, that's why. We were under the renting one. And unsurprisingly, poor reviews, because I looked at the developer, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, like, I'd like to buy that, but... I looked at their other planes they've released, and they're not very highly rated, and it doesn't support career mode, so that was another reason why I didn't end up getting it. I'm not sure what this paint job is, but that looks terrible. As a matter of fact, it looks like you're seeing through the paint. Because I think I'm seeing the ground texture through it. But, yeah, I was originally going to get it, but it looks pretty poor quality. I mean, look at the interior here. I mean, yeah, it's, what, $12? But still, that's $12 too much in my eyes. And then same with the KC-4 Pegasus. I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. Just released on the 24 version, but it's Captain Sim. I've never really been that impressed with their planes. And it doesn't support career mode, so again, it was something else that I wasn't too interested in. Plus, some of the modeling doesn't look that great. But of course, there's a whole range of aircraft from military thing like the Vulcan there, the P-38 Lightning, the Transall C-160, which this one's really highly rated. It's going to support heavy cargo in career mode. But you have stuff from World Wars, you have things from before that, airliners, Tornadoes, 777s, airliners, all that type of stuff at your disposal. But as you can see, the prices vary depending on who made it, what the aircraft is, and stuff like that. Especially when you get to the airliners, you're going to be seeing some pretty hefty prices, more than the standard edition just for one plane. And that's kind of why I don't buy other airliners, because one, I'm not that interested in them, and two, they're really pricey. I'd rather get 3 planes or more to equal $74 than spending $74 on one aircraft. But yeah, so I mean, there's just a wide range of it. From unique ones to famous ones like the Concorde. And there's always sales going on as well, which is nice. Got the RJ Professional going on. I think this is why M Scenery decided to put Professional, because they saw somebody else do it, and they're like, oh, we can do that too. Again, if you haven't heard, do not buy anything from this developer. They fake their reviews, and they make absolute garbage. So, if you see M Scenery, just go ahead and skip it. Don't even click on it. But yeah, you can just see the variety that's going on in the sim. Oh, there is a Honda Jet. Somebody was asking about it. Nice. But it doesn't support career mode, which is an immediate no from me. So, but yeah, there is a Honda Jet. It's okay with the reviews, a 4.2 out of 5 from 1.8. That's a pretty good rating for it. So there we go. Somebody was asking about a Honda Jet the other day. And then, of course, you can check out the different liveries that come with the add-on, which this developer made a lot of it, which is pretty nice. And, of course, you get all the different pictures you can check out for $25. So, I mean, if you really want... Oh, that's Flight FX. No wonder. They made the Citation 10, which is what we bought, really great. So, I mean, it's probably going to be a great plane then if Flight FX made it. But cool. Didn't even realize we had a Honda Jet. Just need it in career mode, though. Then I would probably grab it. Of course, you got the Learjet. You got all kinds of goodies in here, you know. You pre-ordered Deluxe yesterday. Very nice, Yasmin. Very nice. And Binky, how much is the A350? Too much. That's how much. How can you tell which ones support career mode? So you can just click through. Most of the planes don't. But you can find out through clicking on a plane and then scrolling down to here. On the right side, you can see usable in. It shows free flight. World Photographer it works in, but career mode is an X. The other way to find out is by going to career specialization. Asobo, if you're watching this, please make a select all button instead of me having to do this every single time. Thank you. I would much appreciate it. Click, 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 and click. And then once you have them all selected, these are all the ones that do support career mode. A lot of the developers are only supporting the boring ones, like first flight, flight seeing. But you do have other exceptions, like this one, the C-160 that we were talking about earlier. It's going to be supporting heavy cargo missions, which is awesome. So now you can see career mode has the green tag in it. So you can get this, and then once heavy cargo releases with Sim Update 4, you'll be able to use it in that mode, which is awesome. But looks like a great plane, obviously is, because it's one of the probably highest rated planes in the entire marketplace. 1.1 thousand reviews, because most of them are from 2020. They supported 24, so now you can see the reviews there. It's got a perfect score so far for 35 bucks. And then, of course, one that I own personally is an LVFR Airbus A340. So I already have that in my list. This was a great choice, too, because, one, it was a decent price. I think it was about 25 bucks. Supports career mode and comes with a boatload of liveries, like a crazy amount. And I've enjoyed flying it. You know, I don't have too many complaints about it. Because, again, I'm not too picky about my airliners as long as they're fun to fly. It comes with an advanced version and a basic version as well. And, yeah, so that's how you can tell if it's career supported or not. You can either just check the plane listing itself or put in the filters for it. So that's airplanes, a little look at that. Of course, there's helicopters as well, which there's some cool, unique ones. Again, my favorite one is... Where are they? There they are. Tog's Hangar. Because if we check them out, you can also look based off of developers. Got Friends is another great one, as we know. They, of course, made the Astro one that's part of the standard one. Oh, wait, no. Did they not make the... I thought they made the standard one that comes in the sim. I guess not. Either way, Got Friends is great. And Tog's Hangar. I mean, you can just look. 4.6, 4.6, 4.6, 4.8. So if you're really into helicopters, these are probably the pinnacle of helicopter design for the sim, because they actually put some great work into it. You get a lot of customization options going on, and they're just very excellent. So that's helicopters, and of course gliders. Got Friends is all on top of gliders. It's kind of their main thing that they do, and they do a great job with it, as you can see. The other thing that you'll notice too is some of these aircraft do have free trials. They have renting abilities. So let's kind of look at that as well with the aircraft really fast. So what this means is instead of spending, so let's find something expensive. Because don't buy this, by the way. This was so disappointing. Oh my goodness, we rented this and did it on a stream. I don't know what Miltech did with it, but the sounds suck on this. Ruined. Like, if you're going to do a plane that has awesome sound in real life, I want that replicated in the sim, because then if not, it's pointless buying it. Anyways, let me get these things going on here. Why is the available to rent not... There we go. I don't know why that's acting weird with free trial there. Let's see here. Okay, so any builds A300-600, 50 bucks. And let's say you didn't want to spend $50 because you're like, I don't know if my system will run it, or if I like it on the PlayStation or on the Xbox, whatever it may be. Developers can support renting, which I really love this feature. Okay, Any Builds, of course, went with probably the highest setting you can possibly go for. You do get it for a week, but of course they don't let you do a day for like a few bucks. So anyways, we'll go through another example after this. So let's say you wanted to try it out for 20 bucks. You spend 20 bucks, you get it. And if you end up liking it, you can spend another 20 bucks to pay the rest of it off. So you're not spending 20 bucks to rent, and then you're spending 50 bucks extra. Okay, so it would be 30 bucks to buy it full out. But you're not spending even more. So you're not spending 20 bucks to rent and then $50 to buy it. So whatever you pay in the rent price is deducted from the rest of the price you need to pay if you do end up enjoying it. But that's a terrible example because, of course, Any Build is going to use the highest rent option possible there. Let's just do this one from... I'm done with Any Builds. Do somebody else here. The Black... That's 2.0. What a terrible rating. I'm honestly surprised they let you rent it. Just do this one from Hangar Studio 713. So to buy it fully, it's 20 bucks. But if you want to test it out for a day, here we go. Thank you. So for one day, you can spend 3 bucks, use it, and if you like it, you'll be spending $17 to buy the rest of it and keep it forever. So it's just a great way to not spend a full amount, see if you like the plane. If not, no big deal, you only spend a couple bucks, and then it's gone. You know, it's a great way to do it. Eventually, gifting is going to be a thing as well. They're still working on that, but you'll be able to gift planes and stuff from the marketplace to other players if you wish. So just thought I'd showcase the renting feature as well, in case you didn't know about it. And Cowan Helicopters is another good one, for sure. I mean, they have some ones that kind of dip below, and they're I feel like they're more priced than Tog's Hangar as well. So that's why I always like to go for developers that give me great quality of a product at a reasonable price, you know. That's kind of how I get there. What's in miscellaneous? It's going to be the cars and boats and stuff like that. So you can get cargo ships to drive around, sailboats, power boats. If for whatever reason you wanted to drive a catering truck around, you can do that as well. Now I have hiccups. But most of the stuff from Rodrigo is not very highly rated. So, I mean, if I'm getting a car, I would go with the Juice Goose or the Project Cross Cart from Got Friends. That's what I would do. Because everything else is, I mean, it's there, it's okay, but it's not to the same quality as these two. But that is aircraft, and then, of course, we'll go to the big one that everybody always asks me about. So, as you know, the airliners in the default sim have some liveries from real-world airliners, but if you're not satisfied with those, you can go to the marketplace, go to customization, and here you go. So if you want more liveries for the A330, this seems like the best developer. I haven't bought any of these personally, so let's say you wanted to get stuff for the A330. You get all these liveries, 23 active A330-300 operators from around the world, Aer Lingus, Aeroflot, AirAsia, Air Canada, China, Cathay, China Airlines, China Eastern, Southern China, Corsair, Delta Airlines, EVA, Lufthansa, Philippine Airlines, Qantas, SAS, Saudi Arabian, Swiss, TAP, Thai, Turkish, T-Way, and Virgin Atlantic. And to me, it seems like Bravo Aerospace is doing the best high-quality liveries out there, based off my time kind of just searching through it in the marketplace. And they're on a good discount as well. So $2, you get all these liveries for the A330. Let's say you wanted to get liveries for the 737, which again, this is the same developer that just did the A330 ones. They've done them from the 737. So you get, you know, China Southern, don't even know what that one is. Akasa Air, never heard of it. American Airlines, but it seems like they actually put some great effort into making it look as clean as possible. Like, just great livery work. Air Canada going on. Iceland Air. TUI. Norwegian, the Star Alliance United one, Southwest Airlines. I heard a lot of people wanting that one. So, needless to say, if you're not satisfied with the default liveries, you can get a great assortment of liveries from these packs for a cheap price. And if people end up wanting to see it, we can always just grab one really quick and look at it. So yeah, there's the A330, the A320neo. Again, Bravo Aerospace here. This is the European package. So you got some Lufthansa, Swiss, Scandinavian, EasyJets, and British Airways. But no matter what pack you look at from there, it's just excellent work. So there's that. Alright, see you later, dentist. When enabled, he can gift it to you, Binky. Oh yeah, definitely. And then, of course, for third-party planes like the ATR and stuff, or some developers make their own liveries for their own aircraft, like Captain Sim's 777 refueling aircraft. I don't even know why he made that, but anyways, you can get... I don't even know why he made an off-fit livery, because that's not part of the 777s. Those are the RC-135, so this just looks goofy, because Offutt doesn't have a 777. So some of the liveries that some of these developers make are just dumb. But yeah, you get the point. Tons of options from both the vanilla aircraft and third-party aircraft that you may purchase in the future, from CRJs to 767s, all that good stuff. So cool. There's that. For those of you that have been asking about liveries and everything like that. Next up are airports, which right now there are 1,123 airports that third-party creators have created. And I love this map view because you can kind of get a general idea of the airports that have been handcrafted by third-party developers. You also have a list here, so you can get a quick look from the default list. I always like going newest because then you can see what recently was put out. So you have like an Ohio State University airport, San Jose, things in Frankfurt. So here's Frankfurt Hahn Airport. So if you were wanting a handcrafted one there, you can get one. 17 bucks. Again, prices vary, just like with planes. Some of them are going to be very priced high, which I try to avoid. But there's a McDonald's here. This is a good price. I mean, it's anything below 20 bucks for an airport is pretty good. The big thing I always do is if I'm seeing an airport that I am not familiar with, but it looks cool in the pictures, I go to it in the default sim and see how much of a difference it actually makes. That's kind of how I dictate if I want to buy it or not. But yeah, I mean, you have stuff from all over the world. Like I said, 1,123 airports all over the place. And of course, if you zoom in, you can see everything. So somebody's made Bristol, Cardiff, Swansea Airport, London, Oxford. I mean, you can see we got... Oh, Lakenheath has one too? Nice! I was in Lakenheath. What in the world? Let me take a gander at that. Good old Lakenheath, man. Oh, you took some crap pictures, though. What is this? This isn't a good... Why are there so... What's with all the night pictures? Are you trying to hide something here? What is this? Did you do any of the base, or is it just the things going on? Looks like you just focused on that side. Yeah, you didn't do anything with the base. Look at that. It's all boring over there. No. I mean, it's cool to have the stuff here, the bunk, you know, the hangars, but been nice to see some, like my Lakenheath Elementary School. What the heck's going on here? I liked Lakenheath. It was really nice. But yeah, I was there from 2000 to 2003, I believe. When I was much, much younger. But yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyways, that's the point. You can kind of look around the map, see places that you want to see, and kind of just look at them, see if you want to grab it, and then you can have some handcrafted ones. Again, some of them are going to be better than others, just like with airplanes. And... yeah, sorry about my diversion to Lakenheath there. Could you show Aer Lingus in the A330? You want to see some 330? Well, here, I'll grab the A330 pack, because then you can kind of see how buying stuff works, and then how easy it is in 2024, because you don't have to download anything. I'm gonna hide the payout thing though, because I don't need everybody seeing my credit card information. So let's do that really quick. Oh shoot, I was there. Nice, good job, me. Alright, so you want to see Aer Lingus in the A330. Oh, before we do that, let's show what's default for the A330. I'm sorry, we got way off track. We'll get back to the default, or the Deluxe Edition planes, by the way. I've just completely... Ooh! Oh, that's right. Okay, hang on. The other thing you have to mention, too, is... You can see we have the Dash 200. Obviously, those are for the Dash 300 of the 330. So if you go into the 200s and they're like, I don't have my liveries, that's why. So you want to make sure you're on the 330. So default liveries is Iberia. I'll let them load in so you can actually see it. If it ever loads in. There it is. So you have Iberia, KLM, Korean, Malaysia. Does Shannon have one? Shannon Airport? I can look at that for you. And Qatar. So those are the only liveries you get for the A330-300. But we're about to have a lot more options here. So let's go ahead and grab that pack. We'll do a little mini review here, because I've never bought a livery pack before. But I've had so many questions about it, it may as well be something that we look at. So the A330-3, I can even rent it too, which is cool, but I'll give them money. It's $1.99. I mean, what can go wrong? So you'll hit buy. I'm going to get rid of the screen really quick, because again, I'm not going to flash the thing. Card info. So you'll hit buy. You'll get your, regular store page going on, which you don't need to see that part. All right, there we go. And then it's yours, and that's it. You don't have to go through anything. It'll just be right there in the list. You don't have to go into the My Library, download it individually. It's just that fast. And now you have a bunch of liveries right for your A330-300. So, now if we go back to that list, where we just were, and then oh, here, hang on, before we do anything else, hold up. Shannon Airport. Tapai Songshan Airport and Shanghai Pudong International. So no Shannon Airport at the moment. And Norfolk, yes, airports can also be rented. That's starting to be more of a common thing, which is really cool. So you can see the same renting feature that we went through on the planes is also in the airport, which is great. Like, I'm loving that developers are actually supporting it, because one, you can see how it performs, see if you like it. If not, it's no big deal. You're not spending the full price for it. Because there's nothing worse than spending 20 bucks for something, and then you're like, oh, that sucks. Now I don't want it. So now this way you can go in here, be like, okay, I'm going to rent this. Oh, again, they went for the highest option. You get it for a week, it's 10 bucks. And then you can see if you like it. Then you can pay the extra 10 and you get it forever, stuff like that. So yeah, renting is available marketplace wide, which is really a handy feature. But anyways, back to the A330 liveries. So we just looked at them. We saw the few that were available in the default sim, but now if we go to configure one, that list should be much bigger. Oh, and there it is. Look at that. Easy as that. So you don't have to do any installation or anything. Once you buy something from the marketplace, it's just there. Done. So there's the Aer Lingus, which we'll use, but I'll kind of go through the other ones here. And then I can catch up with chat as we go through it. I've been to Lakenheath. There's an American base there. Yes, that's why I was there. Oh wow, I live near Lakenheath. I was watching an F-35 today. Nice, Paul. Very nice. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Great work on the livery. This is why, if you're going for liveries, I feel like they're probably one of the better or best options on the marketplace for them, because they're really high quality. Look, they look awesome. These are all the default ones again. Let's go into Qantas. Ibiza Airport. We can, Jamie. We'll do that with the Aer Lingus livery on this. And there we go. And then there might be different ones for... There's so many different editions of the Dash 300 here. I don't know if there's anything new for the VIP one. I doubt it. Do we have anything specific for the Rolls-Royce? Oh, we do. So depending on the engine type, you have the different liveries for that as well, which is pretty sweet. Oh, we just actually flew around Manchester, Edits. We just did a whole thing with the Beachcraft Bonanza at that airport. I'm so looking forward to December the 3rd. I will be broke. On my channel, I like to focus on the cheaper stuff. I don't really go too crazy with things, because I like to find things that are budget friendly, but great quality. So that's kind of the thing I focus on regarding add-ons from the marketplace. But I mean, you just went from 5 liveries for the A330 to just tons of them for $2, which is awesome. So I got Cathay Pacific here, got China Eastern, China Southern, Corsair International. If I own Spirit liveries and I go to Atlanta, are going to spawn more Spirit planes? It's just random, Lucas, regarding liveries. It's not like GTA where whatever you're driving, it spawns more of it. It's just going to be a random assortment of the things. But I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is the case, somebody that has a livery pack can probably answer this. But I think if you do get livery packs and there's A330s, I think the passive aircraft also get these liveries. Since it's in your sim now, which would be really cool if that's the case. I could be wrong on that, but I'd be surprised if it doesn't work that way. Nearest base is Mildenhall. Nice, I was there as well. How much do normal... planes, Gerald, there's just going to be different pricing. Especially if you get to the airliners, those are going to be pretty much well over $60 for a lot of them. You can get some cheaper ones, of course. But yeah, the majority of those airliners, general aviation's typically around $20. Private jets are in the 20 to 30 range as well. But again, it really all just depends on who made it and how much is involved in that plane. And Sean, you pre-ordered the Premium Deluxe for PS5 yesterday. I've never spent so much on a video game before. Well, the thing for me is when I spend a lot on a game, which I don't do much anymore, but I do with Flight Sim, you're going to get your money's worth out of it because you're going to spend so much time in the sim. It's just, you're going to have a blast with it. So it's awesome that you got the Premium Deluxe. That's the version I'm going to get personally because that's what I've been getting since 2020. But you get the point, right, guys? I mean, we just expanded our livery for the A330 for $2 exponentially. I mean, it's crazy. Oh, that's awesome, Norfolk. Very nice. And Joe, I mean, that works out too. I mean, standard comes with 70 aircraft. It's actually more now. It's about 74 because of the make good aircraft that are coming with it as well. But yeah, how cool is that? That's how easy it is to get new liveries into your sim. There's nothing to it. You spend $2, boom, a giant list of new liveries going on. So I guess we'll just see now, honestly. We'll see if we have any new liveries popping in here from this add-on. It'd be cool if it does go to the passive aircraft as well. But somebody wanted to see Aer Lingus, so Aer Lingus it is. And somebody wanted to go somewhere too. It won't be Manchester, we were just there. And then after we do this, I'll focus back on the Deluxe Edition. We got all over the place, but I'm glad everybody's enjoying it still. And Joe, you asked why. I'm assuming I don't have the liveries already, because I don't really mind the liveries I have. But I know people wanted to see it, so... somebody wanted to see some airport. We were at Amsterdam already, though. Harm. There's gotta be some airport we haven't been to in this stream today. Oh, Ibiza, that's right. That is right. I'll take Aer Lingus there. Set it to daytime. Ibiza. Isn't that over? Oh, there it is. I knew it was an island. And now we can check out the livery in the sim. I'm excited for this because it looks great from the pictures. So I'm assuming it's going to look just as awesome in the sim as well. Another Disney landing attempt? Definitely not, because the last one went very well. Would Premium Deluxe be much different? Yes, because you get 10... No, more than that. If you get Premium Deluxe, on top of the 74 planes you get from the Standard Edition, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 extra planes. So 25 extra planes from helicopters to the C-90 King Air, the 747, 787, C-17, the Chinook, the Longitude, the SR-22, the PC-24, some gliders, the Saab 340. You get the 404 Titan, the SkyCourier. You get a bunch more planes and 10 more airports. But alright, let's check out the livery of Aer Lingus. Is that always it? No. Well, that's not a 330, so never mind. We'll have to keep an eye out for some 330s here. A little Jet 2 there. But alright, anyway, sorry. My bad. But there we go, our brand new livery that we just bought. Didn't have to do any installation. It's just ready to go. And looking very nice. Even going up nice and close to the livery. Nice high quality. Paint textures look great. Of course, all the custom flags. All that. Man, Aer Lingus doesn't go too far out with their livery, huh? Just a basic white livery with some... I mean, the engines are green, though, which looks nice. Nice. I don't know what's with all those Condor ones. With the blue and white stripes. But I just love how easy it is to add stuff to the sim, you know, and it's not all overpriced. I mean, to get all those liveries for a couple bucks is awesome. So, I mean, if you're really into airliner stuff and you're wanting that, I'd say this is a great option to go into, because it's still, just from what I've seen from the liveries, I just feel like they've done the best job at making them look as realistic as possible. Oh, what's passing us here? Well, A320. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is nice to have a much wider selection of liveries. Especially if you're in flying regions that aren't in the default sim. And I know Aer Lingus doesn't come here. It's just somebody wanted to see. And it's nice to see it's not really taking a performance hit. Because obviously if you go like 8K textures and stuff, because I think this is probably just 4K textures. Whatever it is, it looks great, and it isn't hampering with performance. Used to work in this airport a few years ago. Nice. Sorry, it isn't a handcrafted airport. You know what? Hold up. Hang on. Oh, not IOB. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, here, I'll just do this, actually. Oh, no, there it is. Nice. So we got from Any Builds, and it's cheaper. Should we do a live comparison of the airport we were just at with the Aer Lingus livery? So here, hang on. Before we buy it, let's just showcase what it looks like with no handcrafted stuff. And then we'll come back with it. Because I don't know if I want to get the Any Builds one, just because Any Builds is really all about destroying your computers. But hang on, we'll check out, we'll just let you see the airport fully, and then we'll get an add-on for it. I don't normally do this live, but we may as well kind of showcase the ease of doing these add-ons from the marketplace. And yes, Joe, it does. It's the A320, the A321, the A330, the A400... are all part of the standard edition. You get a great selection of airliners. Alright, so we're going to do a live airport add-on. I know, we're breaking boundaries here. So this is what it looks like default. Sad. And boring. There's the control tower, which obviously is not... it just puts a random one. And this is what the terminal looks like. And silos, very nice. Glad you're getting a better experience. Very cool. So that is what default Ibiza looks like. And now, let's grab an add-on. Let's upgrade Ibiza Airport here and make it a handcrafted one. Because, you know, everybody's wanting to kind of see the marketplace, see what's going on, see how it works and functions. So we got Sim Wings for $17.99. Let's see, let's compare between them and Any Builds here. Oh, you'll notice the difference between just randomly plopped buildings and a handcrafted one. Because that's right, we got an interior going on this one. Okay. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. What do we have, Any Builds? I'm still worried to grab this. I might rent it just in case. Custom textures on the runway. Can you enter the tower? Is my question. I gotta be on it. Oh, yes, you can get into the tower. Okay. And we can walk around in the terminal. I think we'll go Any Builds on this. which is not something I ever thought I'd say. But it is cheaper. I just hope it's not going to be a performance tanker here. Alright, hang on. Can you do that with any airport? If developers can do it for any airport. Right now there's 1,125 airports that are handcrafted by developers. So not everyone's there just yet, but the world is continuing to get more and more of them. So here, hang on. Let me blank out the screen here again because I don't want to have the things going on. So just keep in mind what we saw Ibiza was like in the default one. Do I rent this? No, I'll grab it. I'll just grab it, and hopefully it doesn't suck. Don't let me down again, any builds. Don't do it to me. Do not make something that's absolutely performance intensive for no reason at all. Come on. There we go. It's yours! And then again, it'll just activate it, which should take about 10 seconds or less. And there we go, just like that, it's done. Don't have to do any installation or anything like that. We can now just hop in the world again. And you'll notice the Ibiza airport now has a star on it. So anytime you get a third-party one, you'll now have that label there instead of it being basic. So let's see what you got, any builds. So now we've just upgraded a default randomly generated airport into handcrafted. Because that's the other thing too, is a lot of developers actually do the interiors of the terminal, the control tower, service buildings, and stuff like that. So instead of it just being a basic blocky building where the terminal's supposed to be, it turns it into what it looks like in real life, which is always really cool, especially if it's an airport that you've worked at, that you've flown through, or that you just live next to. Having that detail of it actually looking like it's supposed to is just awesome. So now, check out Ibiza here. We'll check it out at night since it already is. By the way, our Aer Lingus livery here. In the nighttime. So now, let's see what Ibiza is all about. Which you can see there's a bunch of interiors now through the windows. It's no longer just fake windows going on. And then if we get to the front, look at that difference now. And then of course you get real world advertisements going on. You can see, I'm assuming this is an airliner? Or some like ticket app product or something. But yeah, check this out now. Here, let's go ahead and slow things down. The camera's a little too fast for my liking. Let's head inside the terminal at Ibiza International Airport. Burger King, your way better. Nice. Ooh, I could go for a Whopper now. Nice. Look how far down that goes. And now you can visually see what a difference between a standard airport is and a vanilla one, or a handcrafted one. Oh. Hold up. Glad I panned all the way around here. Ooh, what's that? Finger licking good. Nice. Oh, this add-on's making me hungry. Unbelievable. Of course, you get all the things going on. Baggage allowances for major airlines. You can see all that information. Right, FMJ? And yeah, it's just, there's no installation. You grab it, it just sets it up, and you're good to go. There's nothing else you need to do, and it's the same way on console as well. Got all the ticket counters here. Alright, here, I'll speed it up a little bit. We're going to be taking forever to get down this whole concourse here. But isn't it cool? This is kind of why I wanted to do it, just so people can see the difference between the two. Oh, another Burger King. Oh, this looks cool. Little baggage claim area. Yep. Nice. And then I'm assuming the other side over here is just more ticket booths, some seats. Oh, here's the... Oh, nice. These are the ticket counters. We were just looking at rental cars and stuff. All the different airlines that fly out of the airport. Which now we actually have a bunch of those airliners because of the livery pack we just bought. Johnny Depp's here now. Oh, that's funny. People buying from the vending machines. Oh, does it just end up here? Why does it just end? What in the world? It's a bit weird. Okay, hang on. I'm sure there's more to this airport here. There we go. I don't know why there's no way to get there, but maybe I just didn't go the right way for it. Oh. Any builds. Your jetways going through the concourse. Might just be something interfering with the Sim Update 4 beta build as well. So we'll just kind of keep that in mind. Pretty cool little seating area here. Watch all the planes doing their thing. Another jetway. Oh wow, sunglass hut. Goodness. With a jetway blasting through it. She's happy. She's like, I love buying overpriced things at the airport. Oh, man. Ooh. The VIP Sala Cap des Falco Lounge. Ooh. Got some couches going on. Some football playing out on the TVs. Little office area here. We'll check out the jetways here. But yeah, you can see they're kind of glitched through a bunch of things. I'm assuming when they did some changes to the jetways in the Sim Update 4 beta, that's why they're kind of a bit off at the moment. So we'll just ignore that for the moment. But yeah, I mean, what a difference it makes when you go for these add-on ones. And minus the jetways, I'm pretty happy with this purchase, actually. Which I'm happy about. Is there anything in here? No, just a little garage area there. And then, of course, my biggest test for any add-on. I like the spiral staircase to get up there. Yes. Beautiful. And while we're in here, since it's tinted, let's make it daytime. But very nice. I mean, see how cool it is to be in the tower and actually enjoy it? Like, that's why I'm so confused why Gaia Simulations is so against being able to have the showcase camera in here. I'm kind of surprised how short the tower is. Because you're barely over the terminal building there. And then, of course, you have all the utility vehicles for all the different airliners. At least this is Iberia's. Baggage carts, tugs. And Joe, no, this is extra. It doesn't matter what edition you buy. If you're on the standard one, you can buy these airports separately as well. This is not part of the deluxe edition. We kind of got sidetracked. But yeah, we got a little sidetracked here. We're just checking out a third-party add-on that you can buy. This is from AnyBuilds for Ibiza. Ooh, they need to fix that. They didn't get rid of the plane from the satellite imagery there. But other than a couple little minor things, I think it looks fantastic. Custom tarmac and everything for the airport. So we got custom textures for the taxiways, runways, and the flight line here. Got a little framey there. But there we go. We've now upgraded from the default to the AnyBuilds Ibiza airport in the sim, just like that. Looks awesome in the daytime, looks great at night as well. A lot of great detail going on out there and inside the terminal. Because I think it's just cool being able to walk around in there. I like it. But back to the Aer Lingus livery with the airline A330 livery pack we bought. We'll actually fly it this time. Sorry about that. But now you can see what it's like buying stuff from the marketplace and how simple it is. You just grab it, and it's just there ready for you to fly around in. And that goes for airplanes, helicopters, sceneries, airports, liveries, all of that. Simple as that. VR makes it risky reaching for your beard. Yeah, just like Korean Airlines' new livery. I don't like that either. I don't know why they're changing it. Just some of these airliners are picking some random ones to switch to, and they don't look good. Looks so nice. I love it. Okay, why are we full power? No thank you. CB, so if you buy a plane from the marketplace that's career compatible, if you look back at it, you can see it because it shows the price of, or the amount of credits you need in career mode to get it. But yeah, if you buy a plane, you can use it in free flight immediately, but just keep in mind if you want to use it in career mode, you'll want to have enough credits to purchase it in career mode to use it there. So you don't just unlock it immediately for that mode. But if you fly it anywhere else, world photographer, free flight, all that stuff, it'll just be available for you. Hello from Albania. Will you fly to Tirana International Airport in the future? Vanguard, I'll fly there right after this. We'll do that. Heisenberg, I have a Quest 3 that I haven't touched in a very long time. It's been a little bit. Did that give us a different... It seems like every time you reload, it gives you a different... Oh, no, never mind. 'Cause if I saw the Dahlin thing before, and I was like, oh, gave us a different one, but no. Because I was about to say, that's pretty crazy. I still like the tail though. That's nice. Because if you don't really have a high-powered system, it's just not going to be a great experience. I mean, I tried going back into it, but it's just such a pain. That's why I'm really excited to see what the PSVR 2 stuff is going to be like with this. On the PlayStation version. Okay, I've had this question a lot. We'll finally go into the jet engine. Let's just get sucked into it really quick. I don't think there's anything to really see, though. I'm going to be honest with you. There we go. I thought I'd finally get into it, because I've heard about the jet engine for a very long time. There we go. There's inside the jet engine. Because I'm thinking that, you know, obviously being a dedicated VR headset specifically for a product like a console, I'm excited to see what that experience is going to be like. Because doing it on PC with all these different headsets, all these different setups, and all this other type of crap going on, I'm really interested to see what the experience is going to be like, and I hope it's going to be a great one, because I'll grab the VR headset specifically for Flight Sim, and I'm hoping it's going to be an awesome experience with it. Oh, hang on, I messed up, hang on. Oh, we got some frame rates going on here. Hold up. Stop the power, please. Goodness gracious. Messed that all up. Alright, we're fine now. I don't know why I was holding it so much. I did not mean to put that much power in. Well, I mean, if you would have like a full-on high-powered, PC for multi-thousands of dollars, I'm sure obviously you're going to be having better visuals in general on a PC. But I don't want to spend multi-thousands of dollars in order to get that. So to have the experience that we've been getting on the PS5 version of the Sim for the price it's at is excellent. Which is why I've been very much enjoying flying on there. So I mean, yeah, if you have the money to buy like a multi-thousand-dollar PC, then sure, you'll get a great experience out of it. But my $1,100 PC we're playing on right now does just enough for me. Obviously, there's moments where it's struggling, but overall, my PC is still handling it decent enough. But yeah, the experience that we're getting on a $700 console with the sim has been incredible to me. I mean, I'm amazed the experience we get out of it. Well, I mean, that's just the thing that people get in VR in general. I never really experienced that personally. So, I mean, it is just person dependent. Some people are more sensitive to the motion and stuff like that. But I still feel like, well, okay, if you're flying an F-18, then you might have a similar experience to Gran Turismo. But if you're doing this stuff with airliners where things aren't flying by at 8 million miles an hour, you should still be having a decent experience with it. And nice, Jamie. 2866, welcome to the stream, by the way. Hopefully you've enjoyed the tour of Ibiza here. And I've still been hearing good things from people that have been playing on the standard version of the sim, on the base PS5, so, I mean, I think you're still going to be golden. Hello, Rich from Italy. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's circle on back. Where are the brakes on this? I thought they were up here still. Are speed brakes armed? They are. Sorry, we'll make it work. Am I British? No. I'm from Mississippi. Just lived in England for a little bit years ago. I like this little volcano island in front of us. Yeah, I know we're overspeeding. I was assuming we were going to be freaking out when I came back in. Or way too high up as well, which is not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. We're going too fast as well. Here, hang on. I want a decent landing here. We'll just keep this speed going for a little bit. We'll do a little circle. We'll follow this coastline and then go back on the final there. I assumed it wasn't a volcano. It kind of looks like one, you know, from that angle. But nice. Those are some nice pool views from those houses for sure. And I'm sure not cheap pricing on the houses either. By the way, I think the developer said... Did they make this stuff custom in here too for the brochures on the aircraft? Maybe not this specific model. By the way, we're still good, right? Oh yeah. Oh, keep getting stuck in all these stupid invisible walls in here. It might be the 737 they did that in. Okay, never mind. Hang on, one more turn here. I was just trying to see if they did, because I think the 737 is one where they actually did the changes too. By the way, I should also mention there won't be a stream tomorrow. I'm not going to be around, so just keep that in mind. Don't know why I all of a sudden said that, but now you know. Alright, now we're ready to go here. We are far too low, I'm not surprised. After this, we're going to get back to focusing on the Deluxe Edition, because we kind of got sidetracked here a little bit. But now everybody can see what liveries and buying stuff on the marketplace is like. And how easy it is to just get right into it. Nice. The frame dropping is not so nice though, it's kind of annoying. Ruining my nice landing. And there we go. Very nice. Very nice. But alright, anyway, I've done one plane in the Deluxe Edition. Goodness. What's next? Oh, we kind of looked at, again, the 152, 172, you get the different version of that. Whatever. We don't care about that. We've already flown those, so it's not too big of a deal. We're going to hop into my favorite, another one of my favorites here, and that is the Cessna 188 AG truck, which is almost coming to career mode. Not there just yet, but looking forward to it, because this thing is so much more fun to fly than the AT802 or whatever it is. So anyways, now we're back to the Deluxe Edition stuff. We were at like an hour ago now. You can see the different liveries that come with it. Hello, Productions. Hello, hello. Which actually has a pretty decent amount of liveries. Ooh, I like that brown with the white. Let's go for... Let's do the blue one. Yes. Alright, and... come to Ibiza summer of 2026. I'll put it on my itinerary. Somebody was wanting to see a specific thing, and I said, we'll do that next. And now I forgot what it was. And Ash, glad you're having a great experience with the sim and Sim Update 4. And your uncle was an A330 captain for Aer Lingus? Nice, that's pretty cool. Ah, that's right, Albania. Excellent, to Tirana International Airport. You need to figure out where the airport's at here. And we'll fly our AG truck. I forgot where it was. Now there it is. Tirana International Airport. Alright. You like those sound effects? Did you hear that? That was a sim. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways. Oh. Alright, hang on. It's going to get bright. That's not what I meant to hit. But yeah, I love this thing. It's going to be so awesome having this in career mode. Really looking forward to that. And it just looks awesome. Flies awesome. And part of the deluxe edition of the sim. You talking about when, like, the next flight sim's gonna release? It's probably gonna be a while from now. I don't think it's gonna be as quick as it was with 2020 to 2024. So, this one's got quite a long lifespan left in it. There we go. Turn it on up. Just look at this thing. Let's get rolling. Premium Deluxe or just Deluxe? I'm getting Premium Deluxe because I just want everything that can come with the sim immediately. So actually, standard edition, because if you pre-order it, you get the T-38 Talon right away, and then of course the XB-1 as well. So you actually get 76 planes with the standard edition now. And then of course you're up into the close to 140 planes with Premium Deluxe. Oh, this aircraft, this is default, or deluxe. This is a deluxe edition aircraft here. It is Lucas, yes. I love the PC-24. The only issue with it is auto throttle's a bit weird, but everything else is excellent with it. We flew that in the Premium Deluxe stream. But yeah, one of my most used aircraft actually in 2024 is the PC-24. Because that of course supports career mode as well. From cargo to passenger transport. Get a couple notches of flaps in. Tail up. Pull back. And off we go. In the AG truck, part of the deluxe edition of the sim. And yes, Lucas, yep. Because there's actually some career missions where you land on grass runways and stuff. In case you wanted to see the spray. This is a very nice area here. I like the mountains. Bring that power on down so we can bring this back to the airport. We're getting close to it, rough landings, because we've already seen it kind of sitting in the list in career mode for the Xbox version. You can't use it in any missions, but we're definitely getting close. So I'm hoping it's going to be part of the Sim Update 4 release. Because, I mean, this one is just so good to fly. So, but I agree. I mean, can't wait for it to be in career mode. It's going to be awesome. This one's just so much better than the AT-802. And it just looks cooler. I like it. Notch of flaps in. We'll get a second one once we're on final here. Why is it taking so long to release the planes? I don't know. Just like I don't know why it's taking so long to fix the 787 and stuff like that we were talking about in the Premium Deluxe stream. I think the biggest issue was so much of the focus was on just getting the sim stable and performance to where it needed to be when it first released. And now that we're finally done with that for the most part, obviously there's still more things being worked on with it, but now I think there's a lot more time to be utilized for the aircraft side of things and career support and all that. It's like I'm in an F1 car, got the halo little thing in the middle here. Can always go to the left here. But yeah, this is excellent. I mean, pretty much every plane in the Deluxe Edition is one of my favorites anyways. It's just, there's a great selection of planes here. Oh, little hop right there. Nothing too crazy. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Jamie, thanks for the Ibiza tour. You are very welcome. Thank you for the 10 euros. Very much appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed the tour. It was fun kind of diving into the airport add-on as well, just to kind of showcase the marketplace. And then, of course, showcasing the liveries, but very much appreciate that. Thank you so very much. That's awesome. But yeah, I mean, regarding AI, obviously there's a lot of it utilized in the sim just to, do the airports and stuff, since it's the full world. But I think it gets to a point where not everything needs to be done with AI. Like, I get it's advancing a lot and everything like that, but I think it's more of a good thing just to have kind of as like a sidekick to help out with things like airports and placing buildings and trying to match it as it can, since there's so much of that to do. But I don't think everything needs to be AI. But yeah, it's just an awesome plane. Here, hang on, let's get a little passing shot here. By the way, if you want to open the window, little fresh breeze come on in through the monitor, And there we go. But yeah, awesome aircraft right there. And yes, Studio, yes, you do get to see real players. I don't know if I need Xbox Game Pass. I probably do, because I don't have it anymore, because I haven't seen anybody, but we are in the beta build, so did it get rid of my settings for it, or is it all live? Oh no, so I still do need... I need to reset my Game Pass. I still should be seeing people, though. Because it's not showing live. Wait, hang on. It's not showing live because I'm not in live. There we go. See, I don't need Game Pass on PC. Let me see if I can find somebody, though. Because it has been rather empty. But you have to keep in mind, again, we are on the beta build version of the sim on every platform, so it'll be a bit emptier. Let me go to the hotspots here and see if I can find somebody. Oh, there's somebody right there. Sven SD. Let's go fly with them in the next plane. Ooh, another one of my favorites. It's the Cessna 404 Titan. This is also one that's supported in career mode, which is awesome. You can do medevac flights, cargo, and passenger transport with it. Let's do the air ambulance variation of it. Why not? Let's go meet up with whoever this is. Some random person. But yeah, any of the green dots, those are going to be real players. Where did he go? I don't remember where we saw him. Was he north of LA? Oh no! Did he quit after he saw himself? It's like, no, you're not flying with... I don't see him anymore. Crap. Well, New York? I'm not seeing any icons in New York for some reason. Well, I'll check one more time over here. If he's not there, then that's fine. Yeah, it's not showing me anything anymore. What in the world? Hold up. Let me go out of the world map and go back into it. Give it a refresh. There we go. Now we'll probably see him. There he is. So if you see a friend or whatever, you can click on them and then set his departure on the player. And then it should put us relatively close to him. The white icons are going to be AI, and then the green ones are going to be real players. Do I have nameplates on? I do. Okay, maybe it's just loading in still. We'll see. But anyways, this is the 404 Titan. Yet another aircraft that comes with the Deluxe Edition. Another fantastic one. I mean, love flying this. And then, of course, this is the ambulance version of it. But yeah, I might need a Game Pass subscription in order to see live play. Well, then why does it show it on the world map, though? And I don't think it's because of server, because we shouldn't... Well, I guess sometimes you see him even without it. So hang on, let's... Well, you would think he's on West US, but we can always change it and see if he pops in from other ones. I'll just cycle through him really quick, but I'm going to assume we're not going to see him. Because his name was Sven. So... But no, I'm not seeing anybody. Because now we should be back to West US, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And bad, this is PC. And no, you cannot create your own... I mean, you can create your own livery, of course, by doing all the stuff through all that, but in an in-sim version, no. Once you link a PSN to Xbox account, there's no way to unlink it. It's connected permanently, and you cannot do anything you forget D-Box account. I don't even know what that means, but okay, thank you for the information. Do you need a link to an Xbox account to the PSN account? No, because you don't need a Microsoft account with the PlayStation side of things. I know why we're not seeing them. Hold up. Because they're probably not flying live weather. We didn't do all players. There we go. Now, I bet we'll see them. Those are already on, but thank you. Hence the reason why we saw the AI traffic just now. But no, still not seeing them. Oh well, not really too worried about it anyways. At the moment, we'll let this all reload on in here. And then we shall land at that airport we were next to. Hold up. This thing's fighting me for some reason. There we go. It was autopilot. It's like, leave me alone. Unless they're really high up in the sky, but I doubt it. I didn't link any PlayStation account to sign up for the beta. Just had my Microsoft account already since I've already been in the beta for over years. So no, I didn't link anything with PlayStation. And RIP, yes, you can wash and maintain your aircraft in career mode. But yeah, I mean, the Titan is just another one that's... Hey, it loaded him in. There he is. It's Sven. I was about to land. Let's go catch up with... What's Sven? Oh, he's flying in a Cirrus SR-22. Very nice. Gears back up. We're intercepting. This is Cow Medic 1. We're on the charge here. Just go full on everything. Let's get it going. 3.7 nautical miles out. It just takes a while for it to load in for some reason. Or we're back to that 5 nautical mile distance again, which I don't know why that keeps changing on up here. Again, I did not have to log into a PlayStation account to sign up to fly on the PlayStation. You sign in with your Microsoft account, and that's the only thing you do. You are not linking anything between Microsoft and PlayStation, as I've already said. My goodness. My favorite place to fly is just areas that I'm familiar with, because it's always really cool to see the places that you're familiar with and how they look like in the sim. So pretty much anything like that is always great. My goodness. To join the beta, you log in with a Microsoft account to get into the forums, which then allows you to do the survey in order to have a chance at getting into the beta. Without a Microsoft account, you can't get into the beta. When the sim releases, you will not need a Microsoft account. You'll only sign into your PSN on your PlayStation to play in the sim. And that is it. There is no linking between the two accounts. You do not link your PSN to your Microsoft account or vice versa. That is it. There's nothing else. That is it. Alright, see you later, DLW. Enjoy your weekend. Will they ever lower the price? I mean, I don't think there's really been a price decrease of the sim in general. So I'd be surprised. Oh, they're going really slow here. No pressure. Let's see this landing, Sven. This random player. But that's how multiplayer works. You just go into free flight and you'll see everybody else flying in free flight as well. We got the SY Sassy Pants boat as well. Oh, he stalled it. Oh. He stalled it on fire. Oh, it was looking so good, too. Oh, no. I was not expecting that to happen, I'm going to be honest. Alright, I can put everything back up here. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh, man. That was something. Poor Sven. Everything was looking perfect, and then it didn't. Oh, he quit. He left. He's not even here. He just quit. His flight was ruined. It's done. That looked pretty frightening though. Like everything's looking good and then all of a sudden just out of airspeed. Alright, let's go in for our landing here. And yeah, I mean, we're in the perfect plane. I wish he stayed there. We would have landed. But he quit the flight. Bad? No. If he would... I don't think he even saw we were there. But if he looked around, he would see us in the same plane, the 404 Titan, as we saw him in his SR-22. So, it's just... that's how multiplayer works. You'll just see everybody. They'll see you. Now, if you start flying in third-party planes, you might just be invisible. Because obviously if you don't own a plane that they own, you won't see that exact plane, so... No, I still see the crater next to the runway. Oh, beautiful. I love it. But yeah, the 404 Titan, excellent. I mean, if you go with the deluxe edition here, I mean, there's not much for me to complain about regarding the planes coming in that edition. It isn't like the Premium Deluxe where there's a few of them that are just, especially the airliner side of it, that need work. But yeah, it's just awesome. Great plane, looks great, flies awesome, no complaints with it, and it supports career mode, which is a big thing for me as well. Very nice. Next up. Oh, it's the plane I shouldn't have flown in the Premium Deluxe. Oh, who's that? Oh, it's the remainders of Sven, who crashed just short of the runway. Let's see. You know what? I'm kind of in the mood to go into South America. Let's try this airport out. Some of those AI, well, the AI boats aren't making up those names. Those are real-life boat names from whatever boat tracker website they go to. So those are actually the boats' names over there in California. Well, no, we saw the SkyCourier already. We did that on... Well, I'm still gonna fly it anyways. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorites, so we're gonna fly it. Whatever. I already passed it. And we can do Rio next. Because the next few are just some random ones. The Diamond DA40 and DV20. I'll kind of just show the thumbnail for that, and then we'll dive into the Sea Star. But there's the SkyCourier. Again, we flew this earlier in the deluxe stream. There's lightning everywhere, so it's really safe to be outside right now. But we'll do a quick little touch and go with it because I love this plane, so... And again, this is one that supports career mode for cargo deliveries and stuff. It's a great one. I love it. I need to get the livery pack for the SkyCourier, get FedEx and stuff on there. Right, Lucas? Can I see the PC-12? We can dive into the PC-12. Absolutely. Back it on up. Thank you, reverse thrust. Appreciate it. Bleed air. Turn that on. Bring that power back. I'm just trying to... Nope, not reverse. calm down. We're gonna just take off from the runway here. We don't need too much. Get a couple notches of flaps in there and get up into the air. This is still a taxiway. Okay, perfect. We'll just turn around here. And nice, Yasmin. Yeah, we're getting close. And Dark Evo in a big plane, we can do that. Oh, shoot, hang on, I'm looking at chat, going in the grass. Well, off-roading capabilities, don't you mind us? I'm gonna get this view here. Hang on, I'm gonna go to the other side here. I'm going way too far off the right. Do a nice little quick touch and go here, because again, we flew this on accident during the Premium Deluxe. I got ahead of myself. Just enjoy this plane too much. Oh, again, the synthetic vision actually working properly again is so nice. Because it was so annoying it being pretty broken for the last couple builds. How do you get your name on the plane? You go to, I'll show it here when we're done with the plane. But it's just under the customization, you know, where you change the livery and everything. And then you go to identification at the end of the menu, but I'll visually show it here too when we're back on the ground, which will be here in the next about minute or so. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring engine RPM down a little bit. The console version, you're not dealing with the same graphic settings as PC. You're just kind of changing density of air traffic, vehicle traffic on the ground, fauna, and stuff like that. I'm not sure if the PS5 Pro is going to be getting any Pro enhancements or not. But yeah, you're not changing any of those major settings. Another notch of flaps. Runway in sight. We're too high up, but that's okay. Can bleed off some of that altitude there. Pull back.
500, 400, 300, 200, 100.
Come on. There we go. Yet again, I mean, that's the common theme. The deluxe edition, I don't really have any complaints about any of the planes in that one. They're just all so great to fly. They look awesome, and pretty much most of them support career mode, which is a plus as well. All right. And what did somebody want to see? All right, Rio de Janeiro. We're gonna just spawn on the run. Oh no, we can spawn on the water because we're flying a water aircraft here. I mean, it can be on land as well, but, you know, we may as well start in the water. And it's... Hang on. Need to change it. I just saw it at the last second. I might have just crashed the sim doing that. Yep. How's it going, leopards? A little jump scare by the leopards there. You know, it is the Halloween season after all. And then after that, we'll do the Midlands, UK, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream after that. So again, there won't be a stream tomorrow, but I do have a cool short that's going out of a real-life plane video of one of a brand new aircraft. So I was really happy with how the video turned out. And that'll be out tomorrow while I'm out and about. Our first crash of the day on the PC version of the sim. Not bad. Went 3 hours without it. I don't even remember muting the microphone, but here we go. Just, you know, when the stream's been going too long, folks, I start muting my microphone and I don't even realize I did it. At least you heard the audio, like you heard the plane, so you know that's all we're all here for. It's fine. It's all good. But yes, I did push the mute button again. I guess that was when I was drinking water, because I don't need people hearing me gulping water down. That's all right. You got to hear the engines. It's all good. At least it wasn't fully muted. But anyways, welcome to Rio. Hopefully you all enjoyed the silence of nothing. But the quick start was not quick starting. That's why we were on the water and nothing was going on. Because that's what I was... Because I saw that comment. I was like, oh, it must just been... You know, it was so quiet because the engines weren't on. And... yeah. Unbelievable. I just wanted you to hear the sights and sounds of Rio and the Sea Star, which is part of the Deluxe Edition, which I don't even know when I muted the microphone. But anyways, there's another one. Doesn't support career mode, but wish it would. It's a great one. Fun to fly as well. And nice, Frank. Yep, I've gone through every mission type from the beginning to the... you know, what we've had left, and then of course that series will kick back off with Sim Update 4's release, where heavy and super heavy cargo missions will be arriving as well, which is going to be fantastic. I like the livery on this, by the way. It looks pretty sweet. But yep, Brazil is a more recent world update, so it brought a lot of photogrammic imagery and everything like that. Made it look so much cooler to fly around here, updated terrain data, and all that good stuff. And then the airport over here is handcrafted now as well, part of the world update. And again, and just in case you don't know, world updates and city updates are free for all players all the time. So you do not have to worry about paying for updated maps or anything like that, which is pretty sweet. That's a nice building right under us right there. Always love these push-pull engine setups here. Oh, the name on the yeah, we'll do that here. Hello, aviation. Hello, hello. But yeah, I'll show that here after we land. But those are the deluxe editions. I'll just show the diamonds that come with it, but I just want to show the main big ones here. Oh, no. Don't want to go into reverse. Need to bleed off this airspeed here. Oh, look at that ship. Hello. Is the other thing too, they have such a short draw distance. Oh, why is there somebody in here? Who are you? It's a little too wavy for water landings right now. I should have brought the wind down, but that's alright. I'm more confused by why there's somebody in the back of the plane. I didn't ask anybody to be in here. Yeah, there's no way I'm landing on this. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. There we go. A little too windy for the waves there. Alright, who's back here? Who are you people? Why are you even in here? Get out, please. Just get out. Come on. One by one as we're reversing. Don't be shy. I don't even know why you're in my plane right now. This is ridiculous. Just pop on out. No? Unbelievable. Oh, let's... Look at what you've done, people. All the sprays coming in here. By the way, if you wanted to see the cargo ship, there it is. But again, they need to work on it because it has such a low draw distance. Does this thing ever get off the ground? Why did all my flaps reset? When did they do? Did I do that? I don't even remember hitting that, but apparently I did. Oh, that was quite a lift off there. But anyways, there is Rio for ya. But yeah, these people thinking they're just getting a free flight in here? I mean, come on. Unbelievable. So whenever you're wanting to change the tail number, you will just go up here like you're picking a plane. Doesn't matter what you pick. It can be a helicopter, plane, whatever. Once you have one selected, you'll see in the bottom left, you'll hit configure. And then you'll hit the bumper to get over to the identification page, and then your tail number is what will be on the plane, and then that's how you get your name on every aircraft in the sim. Captain Mid-Flight says, get out. Exactly. And you know what? Let's pop into a third-party plane, and we will pop into the Togs Hangar OC, or the H500C here. And we'll go to somewhere in England. I forgot where it was. Let me look at it again. Midlands, UK Airport. There we go. I'm going to get it out of the floats too, because I've been doing that too much. And we'll put it into... I like this one. We'll just do that. The Midlands. Oh, wherever that's at. I'm assuming it's in the middle of England. Midlands. West Midlands? East Midlands. Oh, I was pretty much correct in guessing that. So it's just about... Oh, it's up here. And then a little over here. Ah, there it is. Ran right into it. Nice. We're going to go ahead and just spawn up in the air because I'm not doing a cold and dark start with this. But again, this is from Togs Hangar, one of my favorite, or yeah, pretty much my favorite helicopter developer out there. PSVR is next year for me. Nice. And yep, that ship did come out of nowhere for sure. do a 7-hour flight with no skipping but crashing on a landing and fail a mission, do you still get passive income? Yes, you still get the passive income from the time you were in career mode. Absolutely. Lucas, that I do not know. Tog still needs to work on the shadow of the blade, though. But other than that, it's just an excellent helicopter. Oh, we gotta go over to the cooling towers here. Let's make it a little bit more interesting here, huh? Oh! That was a freeze. Don't need that going on. There's 8 cooling towers? How big of a place is this? Looks cool, though. There's more than that. What in the world? This place is gigantic. Are there really that many cooling towers? Or is the sim kind of going crazy? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. I see it in the satellite imagery. No invisible walls. Oh. Freaking the helicopter out. Ooh. Somebody needs to make this hand model. I'd love to see the factory as it is in person, because I bet it looks cool. Or power plant, I should say. Nice. Alright, one more time through the cooling towers here. Nice. Alright, we'll head back over here. I just got a little sidetracked from that. Too cool not to fly over. Alright, let's fly along the highway here. Which, you'll notice the cars are just going every which way. Sometimes they're going head-on collision with others. Sometimes they're not. Which right now, they're all doing what they're supposed to. I'm surprised. Wow, there's actually a lot of traffic going on. Nice. Ooh. Are they taking off? Or no, I think they just landed. So nice seeing the AI actually doing something finally. It was getting so old not seeing them do anything, like just sitting around and floating and whatever else. Hey Finn, hello, hello! I'm doing great. And Master Duo just came home from a badminton tournament. Ooh, nice. Did you win? Or just spectator? Crispy Taco, every airport is in Australia, as is every airport in the world is there. Oh, never mind. I was going to give credit to the AI, but he's going crazy. He's going rogue. Oh, I made him disappear. This is a very nice area here. I like it. Oh goodness, I bet, Evo. But just such a fun helicopter to fly. Oh, nice, Master Duo. Hopefully you have great success in the tournament. And Angry Duck Gaming, this is not the PlayStation version. If so, is there other aircraft that will take off fly taxi? Yes, but yeah, that's going to be the same on every platform. If you check out the PlayStation stream we did a couple days ago, we got the new build, which fixed that. Oh, check out this mine. But yeah, the PlayStation version is going to have AI traffic doing all that stuff too. Absolutely. It's just fun flying low with this helicopter in general. I wish the rotor slaps were a bit cooler, because they're alright, but it's not like the Huey they made, which we can fly into next here if you want to see that. If you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, here, let me do the Huey really quick. Oh, sim crashed. Well, yeah, we were in free flight the whole day, but we're about to wrap up the stream here anyways. Oh. What? Hello? There's no way there's a new beta build. Well, I think that's going to end the stream because the beta version might have just kind of... Oh, no, hang on. Because they haven't posted anything yet, but sometimes I run into this before they post it, so maybe there is a new build. I guess we'll see, because if it's anything other than 1.6.18.0, that means we have a new beta build, but I doubt it. I think this is just installing something, because it's a pretty hefty update. 2 gig? Because normally it's well under a gig per beta build. Edits, again. As I said earlier in the stream, we started the stream in Manchester. When we got into the Beachcraft G59, right? G59? Bingo! G58. Pretty sure the sim just exploded on us. Yeah, I'll probably have to do some, just stop syncing. Just do something. Just get in here. Because I doubt this is a new build. We'll see when we're in here. Oh, it is a new build. 1.6.19.0. Interesting. Why was it 2 gig? Did we get some new planes or something? I really wasn't expecting, because sometimes when you're in the beta, it just kind of re-downloads things from time to time. This sometimes takes a little bit. This is a new one. I don't remember this being here except for the last couple builds. So we'll see. Alright, Dark. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up here anyways. But glad you enjoyed, Dark. Very much appreciate it. So anyways, I'm going to figure out what's going on with this beta build, and there'll probably be a video covering it when the changelog comes out. But it is a new build. 2 gig as well. But alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll figure out what the beta build is here later today. So thank you again for everybody who stopped by and chatted. Hopefully you guys learned and saw stuff that's going on with the Deluxe Edition and all that good stuff. No stream tomorrow. There was a short over a cool plane I filmed yesterday, which was really awesome. We might stream Sunday, but if not, whatever the next day is we stream, it'll be on the PlayStation version of The Sims. So, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye.